The fourth step of molding is to release the mold from the plug. Mold release can be very difficult under the best of circumstances. After someone finds a mold release system which works well for them, they usually refuse to even try other systems. As you can imagine, if the mold sticks to the plug, the mold surface would need to be repaired. There are a number of techniques used to release a mold. Large molds are even hit with rubber sledgehammers. Plastic release wedges are available in various sizes depending on the size of the mold. Large and medium molds usually require several wedges, but a small mold such as this requires only a single small wedge.
Okay, now I'm going to attempt to release the mold from the plug, and I've got my wedge that I'll work into the crack or the half of the mold, and I can gently see that I've got it started, and I just push with the wedge. As I work it in, you can hear that it starts to release as I slide it around, and we got one half of the mold came loose, and now the other half is simply just squeezing in a little bit on the plug just to release it from the edge. So you can see it's not sticking really too much. You want to be careful you don't damage the mold, so you want to be as gentle as you can without damaging it. And
after the mold is released, it is again washed to remove all clay and PVA. It is dried and the surface is inspected for areas which might require repair. If such repairs are necessary, great care must be taken to not alter the geometry of the mold, as the mold surface will translate directly to the part. Also, when a mold is released, there is typically a small amount of flash around the edges, which needs to be removed. Dennis uses his Dremel tool to grind off the edge and then sands it smooth. When the mold surface is satisfactory, it must be further prepared to begin making parts. First, it is sanded and polished. You want the surface as shiny, as smooth, and as perfect as possible. Dennis uses the number 114 boat polish, which contains a mild abrasive. He also sands with both a 400 grit and a superfine sandpaper until the surface is perfectly smooth. This can take a bit of time because you want the mold surface absolutely perfect. Again, the mold is washed and completely dried before proceeding to fabricating the part.